New year, new me, new Indiana Jones trailer. Yippee. Haven't uploaded to the Skippy channel in a minute, but we're back, I guess. And we're here to talk about the new Indiana Jones game because I like Indiana Jones, and the new movie was pretty bad and it flopped, but now we have a new video game made by, who is it? Yippee! Todd Howard, yes, yes, coming off of his biggest flop he's ever made, which was Starfield. And I had a good time ripping apart Starfield. I'm not that much of a Bethesda enthusiast. I'm not too optimistic about what they do in their studio, except when it comes to ID Software and other in-house studios. But one of them, that Machine Games. For those who don't know what Machine Games did, let's look them up. Not Machine Gun Kelly, Machine Games. They've made games such as Wolfenstein: The New Order, Wolfenstein: Youngblood, and Wolfenstein 2. I don't know why I did it in an out of order way, but you get what I'm saying. Wolfenstein: The New Order, coming out in 2014, was a really good game. Changed the atmosphere. It's why we have Doom 2016 and even Doom Eternal, because that game got changed to be this more modernized version. But then after New Order, which was really good, we got Wolfenstein 2, which was kind of a downgrade. And then Wolfenstein Youngblood, which was a gigantic piece of shit, and the studio hasn't really been doing anything till now. And it was rumored that they're making an Indiana Jones game a long time ago. Why are they making an Indiana Jones game? I don't know. Because, for those who don't know, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny lost hundreds of millions of dollars, and it was a complete flop, with everybody saying, why do we give a shit about Indiana Jones in the current day? This is kind of stupid. And to be fair, those who don't know how games are, takes a couple years to make one of these bad boys. And they were probably not expecting that everyone was going to not give a shit about Indiana Jones, so they thought it was going to be like the right place, right time. And just by looking at some of these, oh, there he is right there, Todd Howard, our boy. Just by looking through the trailer, there's a lot of interesting things that got me up off my ass to come and make a video about, because this is either going to be a really, really big flop or interesting, to say the most. So, an Indiana Jones game, what's the first thing you think? You might think sexy Harrison Ford, and why the fuck are we doing this? I think Uncharted, because Uncharted with Nathan Drake was pretty much based off of Indiana Jones. And when did Uncharted 4 come out? Uncharted 4 came out 2016, so it's been like 8 years since Uncharted has been in the realm. So a game that was made off Indiana Jones now has Indiana Jones coming back when that thing has ended. So first thing I'm thinking is, oh wait, there's an Uncharted-sized hole that people are going to want to do. So that's why I was intrigued by Indiana Jones. And by looking at the trailer of what it is, there's a couple things, bells that rang off in my head. So let's skip to the first big bombshell, right? Right here. So boom, there we got it. A first-person Indiana Jones, which is kind of strange. We have third-person cutscenes and cinematics, and then if we skip ahead, we see what else happens again right here. And as we see right here, we have another third-person animation going down this little tightrope, and then we have a stealth segment, which kind of... It's really funny because it also looks like it was straight from fucking the Wolfenstein games. And you're once again a guy fighting Nazis, so I don't know, it's funny. But yeah, the game is completely first-person. And as we go later in, we see this right here. It's first-person combat specifically. So you got a whip, you're punching Nazis. Really quickly, I'll turn the volume up because it's kind of cute what they did. Look at this. It's on beat, but also looks just like that Wolfenstein stabbing animation. It's pretty cute, I'll admit it. But then we get more gameplay where there's still the whip thing being used, and boom, there he is. He pulls out a gun. Pulls out a gun, smokes the guy, so we have a whip in the left hand, probably being used as a stun mechanic, a grab mechanic, and maybe a parry. Used against enemies, as we see right here. And then right there we have a pistol. They haven't shown more about how the gameplay is. I don't know if it's going to be slow and sluggish like we see, or there might be like more combat movement in relations to the old like Wolfenstein games. But yeah, it definitely looks like it's Wolfenstein based. Pretty much Wolfenstein Indiana Jones. It's really similar to what we saw recently with Avatar, made by, what's it called, Ubisoft, which was pretty much just Far Cry reskinned, and had a lot of Far Cry game design issues. So with Machine Games coming off of huge failures, they now have some kind of pressure to actually perform, make a game that's worthy. And what they're doing with this is either going to be a complete misstep, or it's going to be really cool. Because now you're not doing Uncharted, you're not getting these cool, like, almost set pieces by Naughty Dog where it's like really fun, action adventure. You're not getting a more linear action game, kind of, which, I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but you still got combat and punching. You're shooting fucking machine guns. It's literally Wolfenstein. You're even in the same type of setting as Wolfenstein. So I hope they don't reuse too many assets and get lazy with it, but we'll see. Which now we got to talk about the next thing, that this is an Xbox Series X exclusive. So it's not coming to PlayStation. It's going to be on Steam and Game Pass only. So this is now the representation of next gen, which is going to start some gay console wars, but I don't give a shit. But now let's put on our big boy hats and get down to facts. For being a next title game, this game is fucking gross. Of course, it's not out yet. We don't know. But it looks like Wolfenstein 2, which came out in 2017, which means it kind of just still looks like a PS4, Xbox One thing. When you see these different frames of Indiana Jones, it looks kind of weird. Even when we go to like the first opening shot with the guy, it just doesn't look that great. Now let's compare these to games like Alan Wake 2 and God of War Ragnarok and The Last of Us Part 1. Now look, graphics don't make a game. I'm just pointing it out from the fair perspective of this being next gen. It doesn't look quite next gen. Which, benefit of the doubt, this is like the first official trailer. We don't know if it's going to look better or not. Also, graphics don't make a game, so who gives a shit? If it's great and it looks kind of old, who gives a fuck? I'm just pointing it out to be fair. But overall, I guess I'm kind of intrigued what the fuck they do with Indiana Jones. I like Indiana Jones. Didn't like the new movie too much, but I like the guy. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. My 2 cents. More uploads soon. Goodbye.
Bitch, I'm in the field, nigga, call me Indiana Jones. Feel like Soldier Boy today, so kiss me through the phone. Feel like Usher yesterday in the shower, bitch, I was burning. This nigga really think he in Indiana, he not Indiana Jones. This